Steady freezing rain through the overnight, and so now it's starting to become a little bit more isolated, where we have a few run through and then you get a break and then more will come through. It'll stay that way at least until we get to this afternoon. I think after 12 o'clock we'll be watching just to our west a wall of rain pushing in. It's going to be heavy at times, of course, as that pushes through. Also the winds will start to pick up as well. Where will the temperatures be when that heavy rain gets in here? That's the question. That's what we're watching for, because we do think some of that wedging will hold on, where the temperatures will be down around the freezing mark, and we will get more of that freezing rain, especially for our northeastern corridor. This is over toward the northwest, Georgia's Rome, where we've seen only rain so far. Roadway's still a bit wet. People getting out and about for some reason. Maybe they're serving some breakfast over here or something. There's a lot of cars there. I don't know. Or maybe that's where people are anchored. That's where they're going to be for the rest of the weekend. If that's good, God bless you. Stay there, all right? Stay there, because, again, the conditions will not be favorable for you, especially as that cold air begins to push further into our forecast area. So we'll be watching for that. This is what I was talking about, Aisha, right here. So we do have some isolated showers that continue to push further off to the north. Starts down here as rain, but once it gets into that cold air, that's where we start to see some of that freezing rain begin to fall. Light for the most part, but it's continuing choppy to continue to push through the area, maybe even mixing with some sleet up here toward the northeast in some spots. You're looking at over toward Mossy Creek, it's Habersham County right there, northern parts of Banks County as well. But once you get down here to the south over into Gainesville and Hall County, Beaufort, down in Gwinnett County, that's where it's all freezing rain still coming down, freezing no doubt as it hits surfaces. So far we've been seeing as much as half an inch in some spots up here toward the north and east, and so be on the lookout here. You make your way down toward the city, more like a quarter of an inch, we'd say a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch so far down toward the metro, and you can see where we have still some light freezing rain continuing to push right on through. More will come up into the area as well ahead of that front that's going to make its way in. Again, it's not until closer to noon or closer to 1 o'clock that we'll start to see this heavy rain begin to push in. Starting to intensify just a little bit. In fact, you can see where some lightning strikes starting to pop up here headed toward the Huntsville area right there, and then down to the south as well. And so it is intensifying somewhat as it continues to push over toward the east. We'll bring some heavy rain our way, possibly some thunderstorms coming our way as we look at our southernmost counties. So down toward Troup, Meriwether County, heading into the central portions of the state, there could be a severe thunderstorm or two associated with that front pushing into the area. Temperature-wise, well, we got some 20s out there. This is where it's still coming down. Okay, up towards Gainesville, over toward Athens, right around Covington, you got temperatures below the freezing mark, still in 20s up here into Gainesville and Athens. You had 26 degrees, 28 over toward Covington, 30 right now in Edenton as well. We're just below the freezing mark here in Atlanta. I think that's where we'll bottom out, and those temperatures will start to go up from here, but it's not going to be a whole lot. And you're probably thinking, okay, where we have the 20s, why not snow? Why not snow coming out of the sky? Well, you got to know precipitation types, and we got warm air over our heads, right? Where it's in the 20s, maybe at the surface. As that precipitation falls out of the sky, it's all liquid because of the warm air aloft. But once it gets down to the surface, that's where it hits that freezing air, and it freezes on contact. And so you'll see freezing rain. But we also have been seeing sleet in the area as well. Now, that's a little bit more of a cold air. So it starts off warm, comes out as liquid, but then it runs through that cold air where it starts to harden, and it comes down as sleet. That piles up on the roads where the freezing rain just kind of ices over. And so there you have the two differences, some of those coming together where we're getting a bit of a mix of that up there into Hall County, over into Athens where Joe is. We've been seeing that. Look at the road temperatures out there. Now down to below the freezing mark in a couple spots. You got Georgia 400 at Beaufort Highway, and then over toward I-85 just up here to the north, headed almost into the Carolinas. We got 36 for road temperature right here in downtown Atlanta, over towards 75. It's even warmer a little further down to the south. So we're not expecting too much problems down to the south. Again, it has been this northeastern corridor. So I'd say from Atlanta up here to the north and over toward the east is where we've been seeing some of those higher totals, some of those higher bullseyes, if you will. And so right on schedule of where our ice warning is. And so there's where we're expecting to see significant ice accumulations. More will come. Unfortunately, more will come, and that's where you're going to start to see some more of these power outages starting to amp up. That's a slow thing, right? We had the precipitation first. It has to pile up. As it piles up, it gets heavy and then starts to weigh down. Some of those will begin to snap. Trees will begin to snap as well. We're talking significant tree and power line damage up here to the far northeast, and so we'll continue to watch that as we head through the rest of the afternoon, because not only is more heavy precipitation coming, cold air is coming to cold, and that can linger those impacts.